Welcome to Fit for Life. How would you like to become taller today? You can actually do it, or at least appear that you're taller. As we get older, you know what happens? We start to break down a little bit. The upper body isn't as strong as we'd like it to be, unless they're doing strength training, of course. So there are little tricks and little exercises that you can do to remind yourself to sit up nice and straight. Now, the way I'm talking now, just putting my hands here, I can do the yoga cat. Pull my shoulders down, straighten the back right out. Now, I don't know about you, but I think when we're sitting like this, you look a lot shorter and you don't look comfortable and it doesn't really look natural. But again, with aging, especially if you're not exercising, you're just going to get weaker and weaker. The discs between the vertebrae, they get thinner, so that tends to bring you down just a little bit. So let's just give you a couple of other reasons. Also, doing these exercises, especially strength training, maintain your balance, prevents falls, is easier on your joints and your internal organs, gives you confidence. Good posture makes you look better, makes you feel better, makes you feel like you're on top of the world. Again, you can breathe easier, especially if you have any kind of COPD or breathing problems or asthma. Just try it every now and then and feel the difference. So we're going to make believe it's the morning. Maybe it is in the morning where you are. And we're going to do some exercises that are going to help with your posture, make you a new person. So let's take a breath together just to start. Breathing up through the nose, holding that breath, and exhale. Make the exhalation as long as possible. Pulling in the abdomen just a little bit. Drop that chin right down. We're just going to relax for a few seconds here. Bring the head back up. Let's do something else to get us started. Just bring those arms up, but pull the shoulders down. See the difference? Pull the shoulders down. Elongates your neck too. So let's grab that wrist. Pull the arm right up. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. So already you are taller, really. Kind of flattens out that upper curve in your back, the cervical area, holding onto your wrist, pulling up. Oh, yeah. You actually are taller right now. So let's bring those arms right down. The easiest thing that I can give you for your good posture, simplest thing, is to just pull that chin right in. Take your finger and just push that chin in. Earlobes are over shoulders, shoulders are over hips, hopefully. Just doing that. So when you're driving, try to think about it today if you haven't gone out yet. When you get into the car seat, start the car up, just pull that chin in, but see how long you can maintain it. I usually forget after about 5 seconds, so I have to work on this too. But to me, it's the simplest and the easiest. And you might have a headrest back there that you can relax on a little bit. So I'm going to come forward in the chair just a little bit. And we're going to do our 4 spinal exercises, which are going to kind of stretch out that spine a little. So let's take a breath first up through the nose. And exhale as you drop down. Just drop your arms down. See how far down you can go. Don't strain. Let it happen naturally. First, give your back a chance to stretch out a little bit. And then just bring that hand down a little bit more. Practice like this. If you take another breath, that helps too. So let's breathe up through the nose and exhale and watch. I can go down a little bit more. Actually, each time you take a breath, you'll be able to drop down just a little more. Can you feel that in your back? It's a wonderful stretch. Now you're going to come back up slowly, and you're going to do just the opposite. You're going to pull the shoulders down, pull that chin in, and actually your abdomen will tighten a little bit. I'm going to hide mine just for a few seconds. Let's look up at the ceiling. Nice, straight, flat back. Let's do the opposite. Drop the chin down, lift the shoulders up, round your back, and pull the abdomen in just a little. Don't pull it too tight, just a tiny bit. Again, pull yourself up, chin comes in, shoulders come down, your head is coming up, and just sit there for a while. Let go of your knees and just see if you can maintain this posture for a while. Well, you don't want to do it too flat, but while you're working out, you can, and then just let it go and see how long you can stay there. Wonderful. Let's do this. Sit back a little bit, take this hand, and just cross it over and grab the opposite arm and pull yourself around. This too will help you to flatten out that back and make sure those shoulders are down. Yes, this can be done with the breath also. So we're coming back. We're already getting a little bit taller. Can you feel it? Take this arm, cross it over, grab the opposite arm and pull yourself around, but don't let the shoulders come up. Pull them down and turn your head. You might feel a little bit of clicking in there. If there's any pain, I would stop. Hasn't happened to me. And we're coming back slowly. Good. Now let's do the ear drop. Feel a stretch on the side of your neck. And that feels good too. Let's take a breath up through the nose as you come up. And exhale as you let that ear drop to the shoulder. Good. And then we'll bring the head back up. All right, let's come forward again in the chair. And we're going to do the 4 spinals, as I mentioned earlier. So let's take a breath up through your nose. Oh, already I can breathe better. And breathe out and just drop forward. Keep your head up if you have to. You don't have to drop your head down. You can maybe touch your ankles or the shin or grab onto your ankles and try to flatten your back here. Don't round it over, but think of pulling those shoulders down again too. So this is great for your spine to stretch it right out. We'll come back up slowly. Good. Hands on the knees again. And if you're going to do something really good, make sure you pull that chin right in. That would be the last part of this exercise. So that's spinal flexion. Let's do spinal extension. We've done it before. You're going to breathe up through your nose. Clasp one of your wrists, either side, it doesn't matter. Really reach up. Now pull your shoulders down just a little bit and very gently push back. It's 1 and 2 and 3. Can you feel it? Might not be terribly comfortable. Don't stop breathing. Do your natural breathing. I know it's kind of hard to tighten the abdomen and do your breathing at the same time, but you'll probably get used to that. Wonderful. Bring those arms down. Hello. Grab your elbows, sitting up straight. Just pull across. Just to stretch out that upper back a little bit. Good. How does it feel to do that? Do you hear clicking there? If you're really tight, you haven't been doing much stretching, you might feel something there. Now the spine can also rotate. Rotation, it's called, and we've already done some of that. So let's take this hand, cross it over, and just keep turning, pull the shoulders down. Let's just stay there for a minute, just a minute, not a minute or two. I don't want to stay there forever. We have a lot to do today. Good. And then relax down. Let's take another breath in. Grab this side of your chair. Pull yourself around. Try to remember to bring the shoulders down. Good. And I heard a little clicking in there this time. And then we'll come back. So that's called spinal rotation. An easier way to do that might be to just take the 2 hands and pull yourself around. I think that feels a little better actually. Good. And then we'll try the other side just for a few seconds. But try to hold a stretch when you're doing it on your own. Try to hold that stretch at least, I would say 30 seconds, 20 at least, but try for 30. Do the best you can, whatever you can handle. And each time you might be able to go just a little bit more. Now the spine can also bend. So we'll take this hand, cross it over again. Let's reach all the way up, up, up. way up now. You can bring that shoulder up this time. And we'll do a bend, but don't let the arm round. Just keep reaching, reaching for that corner. Oh, you're getting, I mean, can't you just believe that you're going to be taller? I mean, it has to happen. We're doing a lot of stretching here. Let's switch. And then over to the other side. Might be a good idea to do the yoga breath with this also. Oh, that feels so good today. This is one of my favorites. And then we'll come back slowly. Another exercise I like to do is you can just rest your arms on the arms of the chair. If you don't have arms on your chair, you can just leave them down here, but I hope you're using a chair with arms. It really does help with a lot of things we're doing. Just, again, twisting the shoulders, so pushing the shoulder forward, actually. And don't hold your breath. Just do your natural breathing. Good. Oh, wonderful. Cross over and cross over. All right. Another good exercise for posture. Take your fingertips, touch your neck here. You can clasp your hands together if you'd like to. Doesn't matter. Your feet are flat. Let's breathe up first, up through the nose. And when you exhale, good. Bring those elbows back. Ooh, can you feel it? I can. Don't stop breathing. Just doing your natural breathing. All right, but let's breathe up through the nose as we go. No, let's breathe up through the nose first. And then exhale as you go back. Good. Open those feet up a little. Let's do a nice, easy bend here. Easy. How does that feel? Just a little different. Elbow down. Elbow down. All right. Now, move the feet forward just a little bit. Take this one and cross it over. Do the best you can. You don't have to touch. This can also be done with a leg lift, but we're going to just bring it across as much as we can. Kind of like that one. Grab some water. Let's take a break. I think I've been working you too hard. But try to remember at least one of these, at least pulling that chin in, especially when you're driving. And I bet you next time you get into that car, you're going to remember that. Water is so good for us, so important. Now this is one that I didn't have down on my list today, but we're going to try it. Take this arm and just bring it in back at your waist. And try to, if you can you grab your hand back there? Just pull it across a little bit. That'll seat you right up nice and straight. Watch out for shoulder problems. You might feel this. Do the best you can. Good. And now the other side, bring it across. You're taking this hand, grabbing your hand or your fingers or your wrist, and pull. I can really feel it on this side. So I think this shoulder is probably a little bit stiffer. Yeah. Boy. And you know, what I'm doing actually is I have a list of exercises that I wanted to give you, but I'm adding them as they come to me. Yeah. So let's sit at kind of an angle. You don't have to. I suppose you could do this, bring your arm over, but let's do the angle thing. I think that feels a little bit better. Take this arm and just flop it across the back of the chair. And now I'm going to turn in that direction. I've got my hand right here on the knee. Oh boy, that really pulls us up nice and straight. And I did feel a little cracking in there this time. And again, you would hold it for as long as you can. If you can do 30 seconds, that's fine. Good. And now very slowly we'll come back. Legs at an angle. Put your hand on the opposite leg and just flip this right over. And then we'll do a little bit of a twist. And yes, this can be done with the yoga breath too. I can really feel this one today. Oh yes. Oh yes. You're going to be very stretched out when you finish this class today. All right, now how about this one? Just this one's kind of easy. Just make a gentle fist. Bring those elbows back as far back as you can. Can you feel your shoulder blades come together when you do this? I can. I can feel it. Bring those shoulder blades back. And then reach forward again. Let's take a breath first. And exhale as you bring those elbows back. Bring them back. Bring them back. Yes. Wonderful. Clasp your hands together. Open those feet a little bit. I'm tightening the abdomen as I'm talking to you. Just breathe out. And bring those arms up again. This is what we kind of started with. Bringing those elbows back. Good. All right. Bring those arms down slowly. Let's just relax. Come forward. This just feels good to me. I hope it feels good to you today, too. It's a nice stretch. Easy to do. Keep your head up. And then we'll come back up. All right, now we're going to do the 3 letters. And I think you'll probably remember the first one. The letter Y. Arms are at Y. This is kind of easy, really. But then, slowly, you want to bring those arms back. All of this for posture. It does a few other things for us too, but we're concentrating on posture. My neck is tightening a little bit. Let's bring those arms down. Just rock back and forth a few times. Doesn't this feel good when you do this? Yes. If I go to sleep, someone wake me up. Let's just do the eardrop here. And the eardrop there. Good. And let's do it one more time, just making the letter Y. Let's bring the feet together this time. Again, this is quite easy. Let's reach way up and way up. And then back. Breathe out as you opens up the chest. You can breathe better. Looking up at the ceiling. And when you do it on your own, if you're just going to do a couple of these, take that full 30 seconds. That's good for you. All right, the next letter, do you remember? Open those feet a little bit. I don't want to crash into my water again. Let's make the letter T. Not bad, right? Palms together. And then out to the side. Go back a little bit more this time. Together. Arms out and back. Good. Great. Palms together one more time. So this is the letter T. When you're doing this, it's the letter T. Bringing those feet together a little bit. This time you're going to breathe out as you go back. Slowly, really slowly this time. Good. Can you see where that brings the shoulder blades together? That's what we need to straighten out that upper back, the cervical area. Let's rest. Whew. Just for a minute, breathing up. Just doing that relaxes me, and it should relax you too. And don't forget to breathe out. As you're breathing out, you can pull that abdomen out. Just tighten it a little bit there. Tighten that area. Good. Now, when you drop your head down, you're going to feel a nice stretch in your neck and your upper back. This is a good one. And then I'm going to pull myself up nice and tall. You will definitely be taller when you finish this class. All right, let's do the letter W. Elbows down. We kind of look like W's, don't we? I think so. Just bring those arms as far back as you can. Oh, yeah. And then we'll bring those hands back. Let's take a breath in first, all the way up. Exhale, your elbows are bent, you're bringing the arms back, you're nice and tall. Make sure that chin is pulled in. Good, we're gonna stay right there. And then we'll come back slowly, good. Breathing up through the nose first. And exhale, going back. And this time you should be able to go a little, maybe a little bit more. All right, good. I'm going to grab some water again. We're almost through, actually. I don't know if I've ever done a show of just one particular subject. I usually mix them up a little bit. Because we'll do our yoga show too at the end of this series. Good. All right. Let's try this. Arms out. Cross your arms. Grab your shoulders and pull yourself down. You can keep your head up if you want. Good. And then we'll come back up. Bring the arms up. Grab the wrist. Wow. You must feel a little bit looser. You must be a little bit more stretched out today. So, I mean, it is for posture, but it stretches other muscles. We have lots of them, over 600, don't we? Yeah, we do. Definitely do. Try this with me. Take this elbow. Just cross it over. You can hold on to the chair if you want. Can you do that one? You might be able to do it if you bring your knee up a little bit. All right. The other side, elbow, bent arm, and just cross it over. I'm pretty sure most of you can do this. This is a really good stretch too. All right, we'll come back up. Now we're going to end this show, we're almost at the end, with the yoga cat, which we've done already, but we're going to do it again anyway. Pull yourself up nice and tall. Pull those shoulders down. We're going to look up at the ceiling. Now, as you kind of push or you pull, whatever you want to call it, against your knees, you're pushing this way. Your shoulders come down. You're nice and tall. We're going to look up at the ceiling. Great. This is the yoga cat. We love this. And then just relax down. I'd like to do one more yoga move, which is really good for posture, and it's kind of easy. I find it kind of comfortable. This part might not be as comfortable, crossing over like this. If you cannot do this, or it's really difficult, you can cross at your ankle and still do what we're doing. But right away, you see I'm starting to cave in. Try to remember. So we're going to bring that leg up, so that would be kind of your ankle above your knee here. If you could bring it in just a little bit more, that would be good. Great. Put your hand right here. Very gently push down. So this isn't, well, it is for posture. It tends to straighten us out just when we're doing this. Very gently push down. But now take this hand, and there's a big space here, kind of thread it through. So one hand is under, the other hand is over the leg, and you're going to pull yourself up nice and tall. And there's perfect posture right there. If you're down here, this isn't too good, but you want to come up and really, really hold that. Does that feel good? I hope it does. Keep holding, keep holding. Good. You're doing a good job. I know I'm working you hard today, but it'll be worth it if you could remember even one or two exercises, and every time you get into the car, well, you know what you have to do, right? Okay, let's try the other side. This one. This leg's a little bit stiffer because the hip is a little bit stiffer. And just holding on very gently if you can. Let's try that. You are going to feel it in your hip, that ball and socket joint there. Take this hand, thread it through under, and then you've got the other hand over. So under the leg, over the leg, and pull yourself up nice and tall. If it really gets too uncomfortable for the hip, well, you just stop it. It doesn't matter. We've done a lot today. I'm happy that I've given you enough. Wonderful. And then we'll put the foot down. Let's just sit back and relax for a minute. Heels down. Just move your feet just to loosen things up a little bit. Okay. Does that feel good? Great. All right, now lift your legs up. Let's flex those feet. Feel a stretch in your calf muscles and point just to loosen up your lower body a little bit. We haven't done much for the lower body today. It's been mostly our posture, but a lot of the muscles are involved. Now, if you want to tighten this a little bit while we're here, just bring your back away from the chair and then point and flex, and you can feel this tighten up on its own. You don't even really have to think about it. So that's pretty good. Now for the last minute, I would like you to just sit back a little, relax. I always bring one leg back when I relax. Just drop that chin right down. We've really been pulling and stretching and strengthening and doing a lot of stuff along with our exercises, our posture exercises. So let's close our eyes as long as you can hear me. Let's breathe up through the nose. Hold for 2 seconds and then exhale. As you exhale, you can tighten that abdomen just a little bit. It's like filling the abdomen, or filling a balloon is what it's like. Now you're going to breathe up through the nose. Your head will come up. You're going to hold that breath and then exhale. 2, keep going. 4, 5, and 6. If you could do it, that would be great. And then you're going to bring your head back up slowly. And just for the next maybe 40 seconds, I'd like you to try to think about nothing. Just relax. If you want to take another breath, that's fine. We'll see you next time. I've got a good show in store for you. I'm going to keep it a secret though. So again, thanks for joining me today. Keep that chin tucked. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.